The main reasons for defoliation are to do with efficiency of picking. So when you remove the leaves, that certainly makes the engagement of the spindles with the lint much easier. If you've got any leaf on there, that tends to shield it. Also, leaves can cause contamination and higher trash levels, so we're trying to minimise those trash levels in the finished product. And I guess finally, it just really helps with bowl opening. So in most cases these days, we're not only putting a defoliant on something that will remove the leaves, we're also putting on a bowl opener. And it's all about speeding up the time from when the crop is ready to picking. So by using a bowl opener, we can crack some late bowls and get them into the basket as well. Your agronomist can certainly help you determine when it's the right time to defoliate. I guess the old traditional way was percent open, where when a crop gets roughly 60% open, it's getting quite close to being ready to defoliate. I'd always like to look at some other things as well, and another method is to count the number of nodes down from the last harvestable bowl to the first cracked bowl on the first position, and that will give you an idea. So when that's around 4, again, that's indicating the crop is getting close. And I guess the final thing to do is to cut some bolls. So bolls are mature before they open. So in many cases you can actually defoliate when there are still a reasonable number of bolls that haven't opened on the top of the plant. So if you cut those with a knife, you can usually see a definite seed coat on the seeds in that bowl. And if you can see a definite brown seed coat there, that bowl is mature. So it's a combination of those 3 methods to work out basically the timing for defoliation. Yep. In the case of dryland cotton, sometimes dryland cotton defoliates quite easily, as this crop has, pretty much like an irrigated crop. Sometimes under hard stress towards the end of the season, they can be a bit tough to get the leaves off. So it really does require some modification of the rates of defoliant that are used and the types of defoliants. Commonly used defoliants such as thidazuron and Epifon are used, and they tend to work well if the conditions are good, but there are a range of other defoliants that are used to assist in removing the leaves. In some cases in dryland you have to use desiccants because the crop can be quite hard to defoliate if it's been stressed. You usually do use a combination of defoliants. Generally speaking, they're a mixture. Generally you try and use the defoliants rather than desiccants. Desiccants are a last resort. They tend to dry the leaf, and often that leaf will stay on the plant and that contributes to trash. But there will be times, and particularly if you're using strippers, where you really can't tolerate any green leaves in the system at all, where you probably do use a desiccant as the final product to basically dry the crop down and get it ready for harvest.